we have done now, we have taken an introduction on C, introduction to C. We have learned.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, last time what we have done, no? We have seen the introduction to C. Now we will come to your core subject, that is data structure. Okay, you can see the syllabus I have shared. Just we will discuss about syllabus and go to the topic. Okay. Okay, give 2 minutes time. Let's participant join.
Okay.
Shade screen is seen, right? You are able to. Those who attended the class, they might be knowing. Okay, see here. Now your subject code is okay 15 18 CS 32. Okay, and here some course learning objectives are there. What we have to learn.
Ma'am, we are facing problem in Zoom, ma'am. You just take it in Google Meet, no, ma'am, if it is possible.
No, I already started now. Today, see, any other people is facing the problem?
No, ma'am.
No,
You can hear me, right? You can hear me, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Today already started, okay? Okay, see here. Today we are discussing about syllabus. Then we will go to the basics of data structure and we will start. Okay, understood? Now before starting that, some of the course learning objectives and course outcomes you have to. Okay. Please join the class at time. No, I have to permit you. 1 second, wait, students. First, what we have to study, no, here. Here we call it as course learning objectives. Okay, the main course learning objective, what you will see here is you have to explain the fundamentals of data structures. Okay, same way we have to illustrate the data structure using stack, queues, okay, list, trees and graphs, and afterwards we have to apply, develop and solve the problem. Okay, when we come to module 1, okay, when we come to module 1 introduction part, okay, here we will study what is data structure, what are their classification, and afterwards we will study array. Do you have any idea about array? Array
Yes, ma'am.
declaration, a definition, you know, right? Okay, same way strings, it consists of module 1. Okay, this is all about module 1. When we come to module 2, when we study about module 2, this type of data structure we call it as non-linear data structures. Okay, when we talk about non-linearity, stacks, queues will come into the consideration. Okay, when we talk about module 2, we will study about stack. Okay, same way queues. Here again in queues, different types of representation of queues will be there. Same way, module 3 consists of linked list. Module 4, trees, and module 5 is about graphs. Okay, in graphs we will see sorting and searching, hashing files. Okay, I told you in data structure, 2 objectives you have to remember: course learning objectives and course outcomes. So learning, I told you, talk about outcomes, what able to frame the data structure or operations and apply searching and sorting techniques and using stack in a problem solving method and implement structure in high level language problem solving. Okay, again your question paper consists of 5 full questions. Okay, there will be the internal choice, so each question will carry 10 marks for you. Okay, 20 marks for you, and the total question paper will be 100 marks. Got it? Okay, when I come to textbook here, Elvin's, Horowitz and Sahani is there. Otherwise, I will give the textbook. It is more than enough. You study that only. Okay, written notes I will give. When I come to data structure laboratory, here you have to implement everything in C language. Otherwise, he told C++ language, but we are purely using C language for this, and you going to use Ubuntu platform. Okay, you are used to Ubuntu, right? You are used to Ubuntu platform,
Yeah,
yes
ma'am.
or no? Okay.
Yeah,
Otherwise, this program can be done in 1 second. Let me share you. the screen. What is data structures? Okay, what do you mean by? Please listen carefully. Now the class is beginning. Okay, now listen carefully. If you have any doubts in that slide, you can ask me instantly. Okay. Now you tell me what is data structure according to you. General meaning. What is data structure? Anybody can tell me what is data structure?
It is used to store data in an organized manner.
Yes, it is correct. Data structure doesn't mean any language. Okay, data structure doesn't mean anything. It means to store any language in some organized manner. Okay, representing a data. So here I have framed our data structure. See here, data structure is a representation of logical relationship exists between the individual elements of data. Okay, individual element of data. In other words, data structure is a way of organizing all data item that considers not only the element stored but also the relationship to each other. Suppose if you are developing any program in C language or any other language other than C, okay, still you are in third sem, you are not aware other than C, right? Other than C language, any have learned Java basics, and C already have learned in BE first sem or second sem. Got it? So what we are doing here, no, whatever language you study, putting into structure is very important, no. Okay, even though if you know any calculation, okay, without doing programming, you are very perfect in calculation also. Okay, when we come to the language, now we have to organize in the way. Why no? Because this computer which is okay done by the human being, it doesn't know anything. It is box only. If you ask me, it is one say, okay, one which is programmed or which is artificial intelligence is given by us. So everything we have to instruct to the system. Okay, suppose if I ask you, okay, some 30 people are online now. If I ask you 10 plus 10, you can tell me 20. Whether system will tell you like that 10 plus 10 means it will give the answer 20 to you. Yes or no?
No.
No. So what we are doing now, we are instructing the system. See, I have to calculate something. I have to do something. We have to instruct to the system and get our desired output. Okay. Okay. We have to instruct the system and make the desired output from the machine. Okay. So what? No. Nowadays the machines have increased so much. We are giving artificial language to that. Okay. Now if I give voice recognition is there, no, yes, 10 plus 10, 20 means it will answer now. But before only we are programmed. Artificial intelligence we have given before only. So what I mean to say, no, this machine is there, no, everything we have to instruct to that. Then only it will understand. Okay. Now this is about definition I have talked. When I come to the introduction part, okay, before if I assign any program to you, what you will do? Everybody should answer. If I tell, please write the prime number, what you will do? First step, what you have to do?
Header.
What is a prime number? You tell me.
It is divisible by itself and 1.
Yes, it is divisible by itself or 1. Understood. What you will do? As a programmer, you tell me what you will do. If I ask you to write the prime number, write a prime number using C language, what you will do? One by one.
Write an algorithm, ma'am.
Correct. That is a good habit. What we have to do now, we have to write one algorithm or flowchart. Got it? From there, what is algorithm? It's a step-by-step procedure, right? So we have to write the algorithm. And afterwards, what we will do? Afterwards, what we have to do?
Write a program.
Write a program. Based on what? The algorithm you have framed. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever okay, when you become okay after 4 years, they will ask you how you will write the program. You can't say okay, people will start with hash include. No, that is not like that. No, you should say it is a step. You have to frame the algorithm or flowchart, then put into the steps. Okay, then we will write in some language. Okay, so same thing it is saying. What it is trying to tell you, data structures affect the design of both structural and functional aspect of program. What is program? It consists of algorithm plus data structure. Okay, whatever answer I got it from you, it is correct. And afterwards, whatever algorithm we have written step by step procedure to solve some particular functionality. So what functionality I told you? To write a program on prime number. Okay, you have written using algorithm, and afterwards you have put into some language, that is C. Okay, so this is about data structure and the designing part. Okay, when I come to in depth, I told what is algorithm? It is set of instruction. Why we are using this algorithm? To why we have to take some data? The same thing, whatever you told, it is in detail. It is given. What does algorithm means? It is set of instruction. Why we are carrying out to perform some task in organized way. Okay. So what we can apply there? Logical, relational operator, or anything which is ever applicable to that. And what we have to do it? Put into the data structure, and afterwards we have to associate a structure for the program. Okay, this slide is okay, this slide is you are comfortable, right? Understood, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, I will go further. One second. Okay, now I will come. Okay, when I come to this one, now data structure is classified into two types. You can see here primary data, primitive data type, and non-primitive. Anybody have about any idea about primitive data type, data structure, primitive and non-primitive?
Primitive are those basic fundamental data types.
Yeah, primitive is a basic fundamental types. Okay, and when you come for non-primitive data structures,
They're all made of those primitive data types.
they are all.
They're all made of those primitive data types in a structured manner.
Okay. I got an answer for primitive data structures. It is a basic data structures. Okay, so I will come to the flowchart. How? Okay, here we have taken one flowchart. You can see here. So data structures consist of primitive data structures, okay, and non-primitive data structures. Okay, so you can see here clearly a primitive, it consists of integer, float, character, and pointer. Okay, here you can see primitive data structure consisting of integer, float, character, pointers. When I come for non-primitive data structures, it consists of graphs and trees. Okay, graphs, trees. Okay, okay. So these all comes under non-primitive data. You know about already in last class we have discussed what is integer type, float type, character type. Okay, and pointers I will tell you later. Okay, how to declare integer, how to declare float, how to declare character, what is the size of integer, what is the size of float, what is the size of character, how character is represented in single quotes. Okay, how the integer, okay, represent modulus d and modulus f, etc. Okay, these are basic type which already you know, primitive data structures. Okay, last time in C you already used it, integer, float, double, character, string. Yes or no? So when I come to non-primitive, so linear, so when I come for non-primitive data types, it is divided into two: linear list and non-linear list. Whenever we talk about non-primitive type, no, it comes under arrays, linked list, stack, queues. Okay, again non-linear list we have graph and trace. Anybody has an idea of linked list? What is linked list? Anybody has an idea? Okay, anybody please tell me. Stack or queue? In these three, anybody should tell me what is stack. Hello, can you hear me? What is stack? What is stack? Hello, what is stack? Can you hear me?
Hello.
What is stack? You can hear me, students?
One type of data.
I think it is abstract data types, ma'am.
Oh, no, not abstract. It is stack.
Ma'am.
First in, first out. You have heard? First in, first out.
Yeah, ma'am. First stack, the
Last in,
when you
first
add
out.
one stack,
Yeah.
last will get removed out.
Yes. What is cut? That
One
is
you
LIFO
add, one
and
will get removed
FIFO.
out.
Yes.
Yeah,
What
FIFO.
you
Last in,
call
first
it
out,
as?
first last out.
Done. Okay. Good. Anyway, I got some answer. What is array? Array?
Collection of data.
What is it? A collection of what data? What data type? Collection of?
Item,
Same. I got some answer. Similar or same data
Hold
type,
one particular
right?
level at a same. Yeah.
Yes. You're right. So now, yeah, okay. From this graph is important. Based upon this, only whole data structure is dependent on. Okay. So data structures are divided into what types? Can you tell me, please, now? Primitive and
Non-primitive.
Non-primitive.
in primitive data type, what we are having? In primitive data type,
Integer, float, character.
Pointer.
and pointers. Pointers I will later on, I will tell you. Okay, yes. When I come to non-primitive type, it is again divided into two types. What is that? Linear list and
Non-linear.
now you tell me what are the linear list types?
Arrays,
Arrays.
linked list, stack, queue.
Yes, you're right. And when I come for non-linear linear list, what are that?
Graph, trees.
So whenever I'm going in depth also till module 5 also, if I ask, you should be able to answer. If I ask what is linear list, okay, you should be able to answer. What is non-linear list means you should tell graphs and trees. Okay, it comes graphs and trees comes in module 4 as well as 5. Okay, whereas array, linked list, stack and queues second and third. Okay, and first one is related to array. In this way, the module 5s are covered, and these two graphs are very important. Please by heart it. Okay, whenever in the middle if I ask, you should be able to answer. Okay, now I come to the primitive data type. These are basic data structure directly operated upon by the machine instruction. Okay, in general, there are different representation on different computers. Again, I told you, when I talk about primitive data structure, it is a basic type, that is integer, floating type, character constant, string constant. Pointers I will explain you. Pointers falls under the category of primitive data structure. When I talk about non-primitive data structure, there are more sophisticated data structure, we call it as. Okay, so it is derived from the primitive data structures only. Okay, it consists of homogeneous and heterogeneous. When I call homogeneous means it's of same type, and heterogeneous means different data items. Okay, it is not of similar type. Okay, sometimes it might be different also. Okay, when I come for non-primitive data structure, we can again it consists of list, stack, queue, tree, graphs are the examples of non-primitive data structures. And the designing of an efficient data structure must operate to perform on the data. Okay, whatever graph is there, he is explaining that only. When I come to non-primitive data structure, okay, what are the common operations we will do? You make a note here. We will create a node. We have to select it. We have to update it, search it, sort it, merge it, or destroy or delete it. Okay. So whenever okay, some person has idea of stack, he might be doing what we have to do. No, we have to create it. We have to select the items, update it, and we have to searching will not come in in stack and queue. Searching will not get. Okay, searching and sorting will be this is other concept, and merging and destroy, these are the operations he is telling in non-primitive data structure. Can you tell me what are the operations we have to create? Okay, we have to select, update, search, sort, merge, or delete. Okay, when I come from different types of difference between the primitive data structure, generally a basic structure, the data structure that is usually built into the language such as integer and floats, and non-primitive such as linked list, binary search tree, AVL tree, graphs, etc. Here AVL is Adolphus, Wilksley, and Limsland. What does it mean? It was okay, this person has created this AVL tree and named his name only. Okay, Same way, now the array concept is clear. Now please define it. What is the array? Here I define array as a set of finite number of homogeneous, means same elements, okay, of fighter. It means an array can contain one type of data only, either all integers, or float number, or all characters. Yes or no? Can anybody tell me the array declaration? How to declare an array? Hello?
Data type, name, and then square brackets.
Size, ma'am.
Yes, correct. Data
Array
type,
size.
name, and size of array. How the size of array starts in the memory location for array? Whether it
Zero.
starts from
Zero.
zero. If I want to give, so all are correct, zero. If I want to give 10 numbers, what will the size of the array?
11.
9.
9 is correct. Okay, logically. But if I want to give 10 on 10 means 10 only I will give in this representation, C representation. Okay, what happens in C? 0. Okay, 9 plus 1 extra last value, it is represented as /n, null variable in the memory location. Do you have any idea? If I ask you to upload 10 elements, means how you will declare? Int array of 10 you will declare, no? Why? Because last memory location will be represented with null. How many of you will agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Abhishek, do you agree?
Yeah, ma'am.
Why? Last element in the array will be?
Null.
It is represented as /n. I think in C you have already learned. It is represented with /n. What does it mean? It last array is represented as null, and it starts with the memory location 0. It starts with memory location 0. Yes or no? So it will take 10 elements with one null value. So here wherein specify the data type or a type of elements in the array store. Array is the name of array and the number specified inside this is the n store. This is also called as size or length of the array. Okay, as some people said, length of the array should be assigned them. So it can be called as size or length of the arrays. Okay, now following on some of the concepts we remember about array. Just now I explained you in layer here. The individual element of an array can be accessed by specifying the name of array followed by index or suffix inside the square bracket. The first element of the discussed, it starts with 0. It means the first element and the last element will be specified. Okay. So first element is ARR, array of 0, and last element is ARR 9 respectively. Okay, when I come continuously, the element of the array always be stored in continuous memory location. Okay, so it doesn't give any gap. It always stored in continuous memory location. The number of the element that can be stored in the array, that is the size of the array. Okay, or its length is given by the following equation: upper bound minus lower bound plus 1. Correct, no? Just the I told, no? So if I want to represent element 10, 0 to 9 consecutive memory location it will occupy, plus 1 extra element. 9, okay, 0 to 9 plus 1 is equal to 10, where 0 is the lower bound and 9 is the upper bound. Okay, Nama? What is 9? 9 is the upper bound and 0 is the lower bound.
Lower bound.
Okay, array can always, okay, so whatever we have done, it is returned in sentence form. Array can also be read or written through loop. If we read a one-dimensional array, it requires one loop, and reading the other for reading and other for writing the array. Now example is there, you have to answer. For example, reading an array. If you put into for loop, how will you put into the for loop? Elements are 10 elements are there.
Incrementing. Increment.
I is equal to 0. What is here for loop syntax? You tell me, anybody?
For I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to n minus 1, I plus plus.
So this is a mistake you people do. Okay, representation means you should not tell I is equal to 0. No, initialization. Okay, you are told correctly. Okay. From now only you get used to that. If anybody asks, any teacher or any interview after 4 years you're doing, you should tell what is the syntax of array. Means you have to tell for initialization first. Next, what is increment or decrement? Then condition, then increment or decrement. In this way, technically you put no, then they will think you know something. Correct, no, ma, students? Correct, no?
Yes, ma'am.
But whatever you told, it is correct, ma. Okay, first statement, what it is doing with the scanf, what it will do?
Stores the data.
It will read the data, ma'am.
It will read the data. It will read the data. Correct, ma. When I give printf, what it will do?
It will write the data.
Yeah, it will write the data. It will display that. Very good answers I am getting. Understood? In this way, technically you speak. It will reads the data. It writes the data. I am very happy with your answers. Got it? So what if I ask a while loop syntax? No, you should not tell while I is less than or equal. No. While some condition and loop will be there. No. Okay. While means, okay, do while. What is the difference between while and do while? Okay, do while. It will at least one time.
Do and then it will execute.
Yeah, at least one time the instruction will execute. Whereas while loop,
it will execute the data, then it will read.
Yes, correct. In this way you have to tell. So first statement, it reads the data, and second one, it will displays the data. Same way again, whatever 10 array 10 I have declared, no, same thing, 10 variables, okay, it will take and it will display on your screen. That's it. This is an example, smallest example of array. We have framed it and we have put it into this. Okay. So when we come to the core, no, we will, okay, I will try to execute the program using virtual server if possible. Okay. I will write the programs, tracing I will show you. Okay. Still introduction is going on. When we come to the main part, we will do one by one programs and execute. Otherwise, we will see the tracing part. Okay. Now, anybody know how to initialize two-dimensional array? Anybody?
Data type, data name, size of array in two brackets.
Yeah. Yes, correct. Okay, how many loops it consists of? 2 loops it we usually say. If we are reading or writing two-dimensional array, it would require 2 loops, and similar to array of n dimension, okay, array of n dimension would require n loops. Okay. If I am using two-dimensional, n dimensional, and can you tell me some operations of array? What we can do? We can create the array.
Yeah, ma'am. Creation.
We can create the array. We can
Change.
Next second one. What we will do?
Can sort
Traversing
the
or
array.
change? Yeah, you can sort the array. Traversing means it's almost
Modifying,
again,
merging it, copying one array to another array.
correct. We can delete the array elements. Required
Yeah,
elements.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah,
Required
ma'am.
elements will keep, required elements deleted.
We can delete. The same thing. Okay, he's also telling I can create. I can sort. I will or I can traverse or insert, delete, modify, or sometimes I can merge, or merging of 2 arrays can also be done. Okay, this is all about arrays which you already know. Do you know? Do you have any idea of lists? Anybody?
Yeah, ma'am.
Again, it comes under which data type? Now I ask for list comes under which data type? Primitive or non-primitive?
Non-primitive.
Yes.
Primitive.
Very good.
Non-primitive.
List is primitive or non-primitive? Yes. Okay. So list is a non-primitive. We call it as, it can be defined as a collection of variable numbers of data items. Okay. So what it will know? It collects the variables. Variable numbers of data items. Here lists are most commonly used non-primitive data structures. An element of the list must contain at least 2 fields, one for sorting the data or information and one for sorting the address of the next element. So how know this? It is stored into the memory location. Like suppose your memory location start with 201, 202. So it continuously, it will stores the element. Okay. Hello? Who is that?
Hello.
So in this way, we can, so the element can contain 2 fields for sorting data, for sorting the data or information. We can get it by sorting to the next element. So what it is telling now, it is continuously stored, and the next element we can specify. Same way, do you know the initialization of pointer? How we will initialize pointer? Okay, for example, I will tell you int a comma, okay, int a comma pt pointer. What it will declare as int a comma.
Pointer will take the address of the first element.
First element, is it?
Of pointer, you have to use the arsenic symbol, and symbol.
Address. That is what is the and symbol called?
Address of.
Address of. Yes, you are right.
Address of.
Shall I declare one way? You will tell me what you are right only. So int I comma pt star I have given. Okay.
Yeah,
Shall I come to the 1 second? Shall I come? I will come to the video. 1 second. Wait. Okay. I comma pt. What does it mean? Int I comma pt star. What does it mean?
Pointer variable.
Which is pointer here?
pt star is pointer variable.
What is pointer variable? pt star is pointer variable. Okay. Now what is I here?
I is integer type variable.
Integer type variable, which holds. So what is the pointer? Correct. pt holds the address of I.
Yeah, ma'am.
As simple as that. Okay. So pt is a pointer which holds the other holds the address of other variable, that is I. So how I represent I? Ampersand. What is ampersand? It represents the address of that variable.
Variable.
Yes. Very good, ma. So this is about array. Okay, pointers. Okay. This pointer concept I can use. Okay. When I anywhere in the program. That this is all about your pointer. Very simple, right? Same to say, same we will have pointer to pointer also is there. Okay, beside what all you have learned in pointers other than this one? Abhishek?
Programs.
Declaration of pointers. This is one type of declaration. No? Another type of declaration, do you know? Pointer to pointer declaration, do you know? Pointer to pointer declaration. Okay, you don't know. Still you don't know. Okay, when we come to the topic, we'll discuss. Okay, you give 2 minutes time. I will share the slide. Okay. Referred as a node here. Okay, when we talk about list, technically we can speak as node. Okay, therefore a list can be defined as a collection of node as shown in the figure. You can see here. You can see the node A, triple A, and triple B, and triple C. Okay, you can see the node A, triple B, triple A is something okay, and triple C. Okay, so okay, information field we call it as, and a small box is there. No, it is a pointer field which points the address of another field. Okay, so list it is referred as node. Okay, so it consists of link to that nodes. So how we will represent the information field as well as pointer field. Here I have taken 3 variables, triple A, triple B, triple C. Okay, so a second box you can see here, second box, it is pointing. Okay, second box, 1 second. The second box you can see, no, it is pointing to next node, and the second box this I am pointing to next node, and when last box is cross means that's it. 3 node representation. I call this as head information field, and this is called as a pointing field. Why? Because it is pointing to the another node. Okay, same way here this is pointing field. Why? Because it is pointing to the other node. A list representation, is it clear? Okay, firstly it is referred as a node. Okay, therefore a list can be defined as a collection of nodes. Node consists of 2 parts, information field, and nodes consist of 2 parts. What is that? Information field and pointer field. Pointer field. Okay, here how many variables I have taken? 3. Triple A, triple B, triple C. So it is represented in the form of node. First I told it is information, and second box which is represented as pointer field. Same way for second also triple B, and the second box is represented as a pointer field, so on. In this way, I can add any number of nodes to the list. In this way, I can add any number of nodes in the list. This representation, I think it is clear for you. When I come down, there are types of linked list. Okay, single linked list, double linked list. Okay, single circular linked list, double circular linked list. Okay, Nama? So how many types of linked list are there? Now you can tell me what are the, see and tell me what are the linked list they are. We have
single linked list,
correct.
Linked list.
Yes.
single circular linked list,
List and double circular. How the, can you tell me how the list is represented? In the form of node, you should tell. When I say how the list is represented in the form of node. Node consists of how many parts? Two parts. What is that? Information field
and pointer field.
Yes, very good, very good. That's it. Okay. Now when I come down, now can you see the stack here? Can you see the stack here?
Yeah,
now,
ma'am.
already he has told. Okay, Abhishek or somebody has told me stack. Okay, it follow the concept of LIFO. What does it LIFO means? Last in, first out. Yes, last in, first out means here a stack. How no? It consists of. I will draw you and show. It consists of one. Okay, like this. Like this one box it consists of. Like this. Okay, you can see here stack. Okay, here when I say push, you can push the elements and you can pop the elements. It follows the concept of last in, first out. Okay, two operations it will use push and pop. It will use two operation push pop. Okay, and same way delete also I am going to use. So when I talk about a stack, we have two ways using arrays and using pointers. When I use arrays, starting implementation will be there. When I use pointer, dynamic implementation will be the same way. First in, for first out. What are the operation we will be having there? We can add the element at the rear end, first in, first out. We can add the element in the rear end, and we can remove from the front end. Okay. Okay. So suppose if you are standing in a railway station, take no. Okay. When I say queue, no, it will follow the code. Those who are entered first, they will get the ticket first. Whereas stack, no, those who are entered first, he will be getting out last. Okay, so that is the example of a stack and queue. You can see here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5 elements are there. We call front end and rear end. Okay, so we will insert the elements. Okay, in same way. Okay, from the front end, front 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and how we operation, we can add the queue from one end called rear end, and we always remove other element from the front end. Okay, so I can add 60 here, no? After 50 I can add 60, 70, 80, but from where I am removing the first element will be removed from rear end. I am adding 60 means where it will go. 60 means where it will be added.
50 plus
beside 50 it will add. Okay, 60. Okay, so when I am adding any element for a stack, no, it will go. If I add 60, no, it will go rear in front of 10. Front end. Okay, not rear end. In stack, I'm telling. If I give 60 now, no, what it will know? Before 10, it will be get added. That is the queue specialty. What no, it will add at rear end and remove from the front end. Okay. It will add at the front rear end and remove from the front end. Again, it is implemented into two ways: static implementation and dynamic implementation. Okay, this much is enough for trees. We will not, okay, you will get confused. So what all we have learned today, or okay, in the data structure, we have seen what is data structure. Okay, why we are using data structure to put into some correct format we have seen. Again, we have seen two graphs. What are that graphs? Data structure, it is divided into primitive data structure and non-primitive. Okay, when I talk about primitive data structures, you told integer, float, character, pointer, declaration also we have seen. So these all come under primitive data structure, and non-primitive means, okay, again it is divided into two types, linear list and non-linear list. When we talk about linear list, it consists of four types, that is array, linked list, stats and queues, and non-linear graphs and trees. Again, we have seen what is non-primitive type. Same thing he has told, and different operations also we have seen. Array declaration we have seen, and definition also. So it consists of similar data type you people told, and you people told me the syntax of arrays also. And same way we have taken one small example using scanf and printf using for loop, and how to read the array and how to display the array also you people have told. So creation, array operations you told, we can create, traverse, delete, insert, modify, merge, etc. And when I talk about list, what does it list mean? It consists of nodes, continuous node. So how the node is represented also you told me, it consists of two boxes. One is the information field and the one more is, can you tell me?
Pointer
Information
field.
field and one more?
Pointer field.
Pointer field. Again, yes, very good. And when I asked about linked list, types of linked list, you told me list, double linked list, single circular and doubly circular. Yes or no? And stack definition we have seen how the insertion is done and how the, okay, how we are pushing and popping operation we will go. Okay, last in first. Okay, first in first out means from the rear end it will add the elements, and from the front it will delete the element. Again, it will be implemented in two ways, using arrays or using pointers. This much is very enough, I think so. Students, this much is enough, no? To today's class? Yeah. Okay. So to next class we will take SC purely. Okay, today DS is enough for you. Okay, Napa?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. This one module 1 introduction part we have covered. One by one we have to see the programs, ma'am. Okay, I think everyone is aware how to implement, how to declare, and some definitions also you have learned from this class. Okay, anybody has attendance with you? You have taken the screenshot of attendance, Abhishek or anybody? Yeah.